You have been entrenched in this, trying to bring the truth and another perspective forward. Have you been able to make that reach through your show, like on TNT, or through other, venues doing your journalism, or do you feel that your reporting is being suppressed in the Western media?
Well, it's actually both.
Okay.
I'll give you an example, a couple of examples. I wrote an article in January, and I talked about how and now this is January. Everything was okay in January in the U.S., right?
Right.
I talked about how within 2 months the food and gas shortage was going to begin.
Right.
Okay. And I explained the reasons behind it. It was all Ukraine, and it's Biden's support of Ukraine. And Joe Biden, it's because the only natural gas that Ukraine can afford is from Russia, and they cut themselves off of it. Every other natural gas source is very expensive. So, think of it this way, as the difference between $50 a barrel or $110 a barrel. Businesses here can't afford to run because they can't afford electricity. You can't afford gasoline. You can't afford gas to heat. All right. And part of the food shortage is American farmers now can't get fertilizer. Guess where that fertilizer was coming from? Ukraine. All the factories shut down because natural gas prices are too high. And this is, fertilizer is in demand. So in that kind of market, they can't function at all, never mind at a profit. They're shut down. All right. So Biden did all this to support Ukraine to get fracking going again. The reason for that, even though it's destroying the country itself, is because Ukraine, if they win the war, they have the second largest natural gas reserves in Europe, but they're right under the front lines. They need to move the front lines to get to the gas. They have to frack. It's 5,000 meters down. Ukraine will be able to pay its bills, and that's all they're after, and the graft that goes along with it. And that's another point with the money that Congress is sending, is that a lot of it is going back to the U.S. or never leaving in the form of graft. So we're having Burisma over again 100 times in Ukraine. And that's what the appeal is.
That sounds like money laundering. That's money laundering, right? That the U.S. is doing.
Well, it's different people, different groups in the U.S.
Right.
But you need for it to be money laundering, you need the will to investigate it. Did they have that with Biden?
I don't know. I mean, you're talking to the person who tried to get them to investigate something else, and no, they're not investigating Biden, right? Yeah, exactly. That's a non-starter to this administration's elite that's supporting him or propping him up.